As an urban, social and cultural geographer, I'm interested in a few things. One of the things I'm interested in is sort of order and disorder in public space. Stuff that I'm doing on graffiti grew out of an interest in looking at young people and creativity here in Western Sydney in particular. I started looking. These young people who are involved in transgressive activities, so doing things that are illegal or not sanctioned, a bit risky. That was where my initial interest in graffiti started. And I started doing some work around legal graffiti walls in Parramatta. With graffiti, it's a very interesting time because there are these places that where you can do legal graffiti, which is kind of like an oxymoron, because graffiti is assumed that it has to be illegal. There's this new area called sort of street art. And people assume that street art is good and graffiti is bad, and street art is legal and graffiti is illegal. But it's not that simple. The politics changed, and suddenly they became a problem, and suddenly they were taken away. They were first made into illegal spaces, and then they were eventually knocked down. And when that happened, it changed the local dynamic around graffiti practice. They take away the legal walls to try and fix the graffiti problem, but in fact what they've done is they've pushed the good graffiti away, and the bad graffiti stays there. I've just been involved in some research with the City of Sydney, working with a colleague at University of Sydney, and we've done a survey of the City of Sydney LGA, and in that survey we've found hundreds of sites, what we're calling significant sites, where graffiti exists and has existed for some time. And many of those sites exist because they've been given a value and because there's a relationship between the owner of the property and one or a crew of writers. It's all a part of sort of working out all the ways that graffiti and street art is being valued in the present. Beyond that sort of stereotypical negative valuation of all graffiti is bad.